Your favorite band announces their first tour in years. You mark your calendar, you call your friends, and then you get online the second the tickets go on sale. Your heart is pounding and you're ready to get some great seats. And then you're placed in a queue with 20,000 people and bots ahead of you. I've seen it all. For nearly 25 years, I worked at the DOJ, where I investigated some of the largest antitrust cases in the country. Now in retirement, I'm working for you. Welcome to the Antitrust Insider. Eventually, it's your turn, but the only tickets left are platinum seats, which is another way of saying we can charge whatever we want and the tickets cost thousands of dollars, or worse, the entire show is sold out. All the tickets were already sold to bots for resale on secondary markets for a huge markup. This isn't just high demand. For millions of Americans, this is the live event industry, and at the center of it all stands one colossal entity, Live Nation and its subsidiary, Ticketmaster. But now, after years of fan outrage, artist frustration, and venue powerlessness, the Department of Justice is taking the stage. The DOJ, along with 30 state attorneys general, has filed a landmark antitrust lawsuit seeking to break up this entertainment giant. This isn't just another lawsuit, and today we'll explore how this monopoly was built, the specific anti-competitive tactics the DOJ alleges, and what a breakup could actually look like for you, the fan. Get ready to rock out, because this is a story of power, hubris, and a system that many believe is rigged. Segment 1, the merger that changed everything. In 2010, before the merger, the live event business was fragmented. There was Live Nation, a powerful concert promoter that owned and operated major venues and had exclusive contracts with some of the biggest artists on the planet. And then there was Ticketmaster, the most popular ticketing service, which had a virtual stranglehold on the primary ticketing market for major venues. There were two giants in their respective fields. And the Department of Justice had a decision to make. Should these two giants become one? The Antitrust Division was deeply concerned because this merger posed a potential threat to competition. But instead of blocking it outright, the DOJ allowed the merger to proceed under a consent decree, a negotiated settlement that imposed a set of rules designed to prevent the new giant, Live Nation Entertainment, from abusing its power. The company was forced to license its ticketing software to a competitor and was prohibited from retaliating against venues that chose to use a ticketing service other than Ticketmaster. The theory was that with these behavioral remedies, the benefits of the merger, like greater efficiency and a better consumer experience, could be realized without crushing competition. From my perspective, having seen how these decrees work from the inside, this was a calculated risk that ultimately failed. The newly merged company quickly gained reach in every single aspect of the live event industry. This includes promoting concerts, operating venues, managing artists, and most importantly, controlling the primary ticketing gateway. They now had the size and the incentive to dominate the entire market. They could tell a venue, if you want to book our blockbuster tours, you'll use Ticketmaster for ticketing. Or, if you use a competitor's ticketing service, don't expect to see any Live Nation promoted artists on your stage. This vertical integration, combined with a consent decree that struggled to keep pace with the market's rapid evolution, allowed the company to grow and change substantially over the following decade.
I am altering the deal.
Segment 2, the DOJ's allegations of anti-competitive conduct. So, what exactly does the DOJ's lawsuit filed in May of 2024 allege? I can tell you that the 128-page complaint is very detailed and filled with allegations of anti-competitive behavior. It essentially reads like a playbook for how to maintain a monopoly. If you'd like to read the complaint for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. The first and most fundamental allegation is the use of long-term exclusionary contracts. The DOJ alleges that Live Nation Ticketmaster locks up venues with multi-year contracts that effectively block out competitors. These contracts often include steep financial penalties if a venue tries to leave, making it economically unfeasible to switch even if a better, cheaper ticketing service emerges. Second, there's the practice of retaliation. The complaint cites specific internal emails where Live Nation executives allegedly threaten venues that even consider using a rival ticketer. They allegedly use their crown jewel, which is their massive portfolio of concert tours, as a weapon. They're saying that if you cross us on ticketing, you won't get access to our artists. This is a classic example of leveraging monopoly power in one market, concert promotion, to protect the monopoly in another market, ticketing. Third, they allegedly use their vertical control to stifle innovation. By controlling the primary ticketing platform, they can limit the data that reaches artists, they can steer consumers toward their own secondary market, Ticketmaster resale, and they can impose an array of fees that are often hidden until the very last click. Those infamous service fees, processing fees, and facility charges aren't just annoying. The DOJ argues that they're a symptom of a market with no competitive pressure to keep them low. The lawsuit even alleges that Live Nation directly profits from the scalping and bot problems that they publicly claim to fight through their resale platform and their relationship with large-scale brokers. Bottom line, the DOJ contends that Live Nation Ticketmaster doesn't win business by having a better product. It wins by using its overwhelming power to ensure that no one else can even get to the starting gate. Segment 3, the remedy, breaking up the band. The natural question is, what does the DOJ actually want? This isn't a case about imposing a fine. I know that $1 billion fine sounds large, but it's simply a cost of doing business for a company this size. The DOJ is pursuing the most significant remedy available in antitrust law, which is structural divestiture. Put simply, they want to break up the company. They want to unwind the 2010 merger and force Live Nation and Ticketmaster to become separate, independent companies again. The DOJ's thinking is that you cannot leverage power you do not have. A standalone Ticketmaster would have to compete on the merits of its technology, its fees, and its customer service. A standalone Live Nation would have to persuade venues to use its promotion services without the threat of withholding ticketing. It would create a market where innovation can thrive, where new ticketing companies can emerge, and where venues, artists, and ticket buyers would have real choices. To be clear, this wouldn't mean concert tickets would suddenly become cheap, okay? Artists and venues set the face value, but it could lead to more transparent pricing, lower and fewer fees, a better purchasing experience, and ultimately more power in the hands of consumers and artists rather than a single, unaccountable middleman. The trial will be long, it will be fierce, and Live Nation will fight it with every resource it has. They've already called the lawsuit a PR stunt and denied the allegations, but the sheer weight of the evidence presented by the DOJ, combined with political anger, not to mention the frustration of every single music fan in America, creates a powerful momentum for change. This case is a positive one in antitrust enforcement and demonstrates the ongoing desire of the agency to take on the dominant corporate giants that affect our daily lives. The battle over Live Nation and Ticketmaster is more than just a fight over concert tickets. It is a test case for modern antitrust law. It asks whether we will allow vertically integrated giants to dominate every facet of an industry, or whether we will enforce the rules to ensure open and fair competition. For over a decade, fans, artists, and independent venues have paid the price for a market that has been fundamentally broken. The Department of Justice is now arguing that the experiment has failed and that the only way to restore competition is to break up the band. The outcome of this case will resonate far beyond concert halls. It will send a message to powerful corporations in every industry that the rules of competition still apply. What are your thoughts on Live Nation and Ticketmaster? Comment below. If you found this video helpful and informative, please hit that subscribe button, like, and comment. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay honest, and come back for more Antitrust Insider.